MyOhMy Design. Find him at twitter.com/MyOhMy Design or facebook.com/MyOhMy Design UK. Use him because he's great and we use him.
Welcome to Nerdschatting, movie, TV, comic chat. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome everybody to the Nerdschatting podcast. My name is Nate, and with me, as ever, are my two very good friends, Ben.
Hello, Nathan.
And JB.
Hey, Nate.
I'm toying with calling you B and you JB, but I'm not sure that works necessarily on the.
B-E?
And also, have you
B-E?
noticed that we're sitting a little bit like an interview? Like you're both staring at me, I'm the other side of the table. It's very odd now.
Why? Because you're the head.
Why
You're
do
like
you
the
actually?
chief.
Why do you actually want this role, Nathan? Why do you feel you'd be a good host of the
Because I
Nerdschatting podcast?
really like Superman, like a lot. Like I want to be him.
It's his 80th birthday this year. He's 80.
Oh, he's so old. He's not cool, is he?
He looks good for his age, though.
What are we talking about today?
Don't know. This is so we're the Nerdschatting. We are the nerds. We talk about movies and TV shows and comic books and all things nerdy. And guess what? This week, well, actually it was last week, a teeny tiny little movie came out and made all the money in the world.
It did.
So
really did.
we have all seen it separately, actually, because young Ben over there was very, very ill, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah, but
Or he just put it on and didn't want to actually see the movie with me.
Maybe he didn't want to sit too close to you.
James, I would have loved to have seen the movie with you. I really would.
But consolation prize, you went with Steve H.
Yes, I did.
I love Steve H.
Yeah,
He's such
good
a nice
guy.
boy. He's a nice man.
Strong man.
Strong man?
Strong.
Could he crush my head with his hand?
I think he could.
Yeah.
No one knows who Steve H is.
But Steve
Other
H
than
knows
Steve
who he
H,
is.
Who's listening right now?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Hi,
yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about thoughts on that because we've kind of talked a little bit each on it, but we haven't really.
We broke our rule. We were going to do a 3-word review and then not talk about it until we recorded.
Yeah.
And then that didn't happen.
When you say we broke the rule, you mean you
Nate
broke
and I
your own.
broke-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
We
pretty
broke our
good.
own
You were very
rules.
good.
Yeah.
Although you'd seen it first, James,
And
and you were like, "I've got to tell someone."
It was hard going. It was tough. It was like running a marathon, I suspect.
Right. Well, before we review it, should we do some broken news and then some Nerdscene with a little competition thrown in the middle?
Oh, please.
Broken news.
So this is broken news. This is news that's so old, it's not breaking anymore. It's already broken. Although, having said that, the first bit of news is the Robin Hood trailer, and that came out about 3 hours ago. So, I mean, people are listening to this later, so it's old to them.
Yeah.
But for us, it's fairly new because
It
we
is.
all just watched it.
Yeah.
What a terrible trailer that is for what will be an awful film.
I did not care for this trailer. Did you
No.
like it, James?
I thought, well, yes, it opened. I thought, oh, this is nice and picturesque. I like this. I like the bridges and stuff like that. But
That's
then,
not what Nottingham would have looked like.
well, exactly.
Is it in Nottingham?
I don't
What's going
know.
on? Is it? It looks like it might be in a different world somewhere.
It looks a bit Game of Thrones-esque.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does look very Game of Thrones. The
not-
director
not
of it
good Game of
has
Thrones.
done Peaky Blinders, an episode of Black Mirror, a couple of other TV show stuff. It's very cheap looking, trying to be expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now,
I'm sure there are people out there like, don't know what you're talking about. It looks
Yeah,
great.
but that's fine. Go ahead.
I'm of the age like Robin Hood, Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
That was like
Yeah.
That was
epic.
great.
It was, yeah, I mean,
It's bad. Have you rewatched it recently? I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it.
I have.
But
I think it was on like some.
it was on
channel.
TV, wasn't it? ITV4 or something.
Yeah, whatever it might be. And I picked it up. I really enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
What was wrong with it? Why
It's
you-
just really cheesy.
But this trailer,
Well, hang on. I'll tell you what this film hasn't got. This trailer. This film hasn't got Alan Rickman,
no.
which is what makes the first
Yes.
first Robin Hood.
Yeah.
The first ever Robin Hood.
What?
Because nothing came before that. No,
No.
You know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. This trailer, Ben. Sorry.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh my
I
goodness!
forgot what I was going to say.
I particularly didn't like. It felt for me that it was trying to be like Arrow. It tried to be
Yes.
like. When
Yeah.
it jumped out the window, I thought, "Is this like Assassin's Creed?"
And you were saying that he was doing the thing that where like
you know, in
you
the-
hold your gun on the side.
Sorry, he had his bow on the side, and there's no way he could reload his bow that quickly. He's not Legolas.
No, but he's trying to be.
Yeah.
This trailer reminded me of the trailers for King Arthur.
Yeah, it's that
Came
sort of
out
vein.
last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
And I didn't watch that because it didn't look very good.
It's
I've
a
heard
little bit
not great.
No, it looks bad. It's a little bit Resident Evil. It's a little bit Underworld. It's a little bit that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
I hope that whoever goes and sees this film really enjoys it, but it's not for me.
Also,
at all.
What are your thoughts on Taron Egerton?
I tell you what, I really like him in the first Kingsman film. I haven't seen the second Kingsman film, and he's really good in as a voice in the kids' film Sing, where he plays voices an ape, a gorilla, whose dad is like a gangster ape, and all he wants to do, he's supposed to be like the getaway driver for his dad's gang, and all he wants to do is sing because he's got a great voice. And Taron Egerton can actually sing really, really well, but. Nah, this isn't for me.
I've tapped out. I don't even know.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a bland face for me.
Oh, he's very handsome.
No,
very handsome
I don't
man.
know if he is.
Oh,
sorry.
He's supposed to be very good in
Eddie the Eagle.
With Wolverine.
Yes.
I haven't seen it again,
No.
but I actually watched Eddie the Eagle on TV in 1988.
Oh yeah.
Or was it 88?
The winter?
It was in the 80s. It was the Winter
yeah.
Olympics. I'm going to say it was Calgary in 1988. I'm probably wrong. I'm definitely wrong.
Is it 84 Calgary?
No.
No.
Nate, save me, please. Tell me the Winter Olympics took place in 1988 in Calgary and Eddie the Eagle was there.
So the film starts in 1973, according to Wikipedia, and yeah.
Winter Olympics, 1988.
It is 88 Olympics. You're absolutely right. Yes, yeah, winner. You're a winner.
Ben is
But
absolutely.
was it in Calgary?
Yes, it was in Calgary.
It was in Calgary!
Oh goodness me! I want to hug you so much right now.
I have such a brain for useless, stupid information that no one really cares about.
Let's take him to a pub quiz and we
Yes.
can win stuff.
Have I told you about the last pub quiz I went to?
No.
I don't know if I've done this on the podcast or not, but when it happened, I raged about it at work quite a lot. So
You in rage?
no, I know you never consider me with rage, would you?
Never seen it.
Ben, do you know about the rage? You know about the rage with the
course I know about the
yeah,
rage.
yeah. There was a rage yesterday. Doesn't matter. The listeners don't need to know about it. Anyway, last pub quiz went to was with the Italian and two of our friends, and we were as close to joint first as you can be, in that we came second, with half a point difference.
Uh-oh.
Let me ask you one of the questions.
Oh no, please don't.
And you genuinely answer. This is for you too, listeners.
Okay.
You have an answer.
Let's
okay.
listen. Come on.
What year was Jesus Christ born?
I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Dead radio, where everyone goes.
The year naught.
So you say 0, right?
Yeah.
Because that's when time is measured from. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
The answer given at the quiz was nobody knows.
And that's what...
There you go, and then we lost because of that. There you go. So rage. Your face is raging.
I would have asked
I
for some kind of judge's decision on that.
Recount or something like
Not
that.
cool, right? Not cool.
Not cool.
Should we move on? Because this was Robin Hood.
Yeah, let's move it.
If you want to see the Robin Hood film after watching this trailer, starring Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx, by the way, who's in there.
Jamie Dornan?
Jamie Dornan, yeah, he's from the what was it, the mummy porn books? I forget what they're called.
The mummy porn books,
50
as in
50
like
Shades
the Brendan
of-
Fraser film with porn.
The mummy books.
Oh, you mean the Tom Cruise movie with porn?
No. They were fan fiction for Twilight.
I know what they are,
and
yeah,
then they
I know,
were
yeah.
turned into...
Yeah.
That's very sexist of you, Benjamin. What if I love 50 Shades of Grey?
That is your right to love it, and I hope that you do.
And I don't know because I haven't read it or seen it.
Good. Anyway, what I was going to say was, if you like this trailer and you want to go and see this film, tell us why we're idiots.
Yes, absolutely. Let's
Go ahead,
Yeah,
then.
okay. Next one, a bit of news, is another trailer. Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer came out. Again, another one. It wasn't that long ago. We had another one, was it?
65 feet. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So this looks pretty good.
This looks like, I mean, let's not get into spoilers, but this looks like the shot in the arm that we need after the movie that we just saw.
Oh, well said, Ben.
There's a lot
Thank you.
more plot in this. You get a lot more of what's going on. You get the bad guy.
Yeah, potentially, if you
the
don't want to know
ghost.
anything about Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Yeah.
don't listen to what we're about to talk about. Check the timestamp.
It was just like the Jurassic World trailer, wasn't
Yes,
it?
absolutely,
It almost
yeah.
gave everything away. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Well, we talked about this, didn't we, last time? The Jurassic World trailer. I told the Italian not to watch it because I knew she didn't want to have plot spoiled, and lo and behold, it was showing at the beginning of Infinity War.
Oh, you're absolutely joking.
And she looked at me. She went, "This is going to be the Jurassic World trailer, isn't it?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, I just sort of shrugged at her. She's like, "Oh well." And afterwards, I said to her, I said, "Do you think that was I right to say to you to not watch it?" And she said, "Yeah, I wish I hadn't seen it."
Did she not close her eyes and put earmuffs?
Well, it's in the cinema. It's in front of her. So
Yeah,
It's
it's,
difficult.
it's
You're
difficult.
not gonna miss it.
No, it's difficult to avoid it. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave from Jack and the Geek Talks, a fellow podcast friends of ours, he wasn't going to watch any of the Han Solo trailers at all before Solo comes out later this month.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Infinity War. It was something before that. What came out last month? Oh, it might have been Black Panther.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
He was sat in the theatre, saw a trailer for it, and now he's seen everything, and we can talk to him about it now.
Oh,
So
well,
it's
okay.
That's good.
So, yeah.
But he didn't want to see this trailer.
So the Ant-Man trailer, I think it kind of gives us more plot. Definitely, I didn't like it as much as the previous trailer. I didn't think it was as fun, but that's
Wasn't snappy.
No, but that's damning praise because I still think it looks really great fun. I think it's a really interesting looking film. I think it just gives us what the first film gave us, but with more.
I want
knobs
to talk
on,
about
so-
this trailer more actually when we do the Infinity War Avengers Infinity War
Yeah.
review
Okay.
later on in this podcast, because I think this film is a prequel to that. It's almost like it's a sequel to not only Ant-Man but also Civil War, and it takes place before Avengers Infinity War. But I wonder how, as the film goes along, if events in Infinity War happen in Ant-Man and the Wasp as well.
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe
It's
like an after credit scene or
Do
something.
you know it's actually set before Infinity War?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You-
do we know that? Is it confirmed?
is it guaranteed to
Potentially.
confirm, or have you just made it up?
No, I haven't made it.
The thing is,
Hey,
Marvel-
who are
okay.
you talking to?
Marvel-
You're talking to the guy who just knew that Eddie the Eagle Edwards took part. You know, like,
Exactly. So you
Calvary
could be
Winter
absolutely BSing me
Yeah.
on this. I believe everything you say now.
Olympics. I'm playing the long game.
yeah. So we know Marvel don't. They've got their shit in order. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They know what they're doing.
exactly
Okay, so
right.
they've got all the things in a row for what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that they would allow this movie to come out after Infinity War if there wasn't a solid reason or they didn't explain it away in the film.
Right.
You know, like Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming. That starts at Avengers, doesn't
Yes.
it? And then it explains it later. So, yeah, it looks fun. There's more fun stuff. There's more of the quantum realm. There's the bad guy looks really good. The special effects on the bad guy, the
What is
ghost.
is she just called the Ghost?
I believe so. Yeah.
Cool. She was the bad guy in something recently that was on TV. The woman who plays the Ghost character.
I should look it up on IMDb to save you. Shall I?
Here he goes again. He might
Yeah,
pull
he's
out
gonna try
another
and pull out-
1998
Yeah,
calendar.
yeah.
No. I think she played like the henchman of the bad guy in Ready Player One, which I also think is coincidentally the film that Dave from Jack and the Geeks
Yes, she is. Yes, well
saw
done. Yes.
when the Solo trailer was released.
It's Hannah John Kamen, or Kamen, I don't know how you pronounce it. But yes, she is. She's the woman with the very harsh fringe cut in with bangs. Yeah.
Bangs.
Yeah.
Bangs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, not today.
Apparently she was in Tomb Raider as well.
there
Well,
you
the
go.
new one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know if there's much more to say about this. It's a great, fun trailer that looks great. It just builds on the last
Hey, we're
trailer.
going to see it?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I
no.
don't know.
Well, Ant-Man and the Wasp, definitely. Well, we're going to review it, aren't we?
Pretty sure it comes out while I'm away. In England, we get it a month later. Did you know that?
Yes,
A month?
we
Yeah,
get it in
a month
August,
later,
I think,
yeah.
don't we?
What is that?
Don't know. Yeah,
Why
it's
do
shocking,
they do
right?
Well, I mean, America were going to get Infinity War a week after we were going to get it, and then they changed that. So they might change that for us as well.
Maybe, but I think I'll probably see it in the States, and you guys watch it here.
Well, we'll review it here, James. How's
Maybe
that
do a
sound?
transatlantic podcast.
I think I was going to try and call in. I don't know.
Let's not bother.
I don't like it. Sounds
I don't know if I'll
difficult.
do it on live, but maybe I'll call him. He'll have
We could do it
each week.
online.
Yeah. Last bit of news.
Sure, you sure.
So this is kind of big. This bit of news. So there's a new DC streaming service. So this is to rival Netflix and Amazon, which Amazon's now called
Amazon
Prime TV. I think. I don't think it's called Amazon anymore. I think it's just called Prime.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Is
but
it?
the app has definitely changed. On
It
the
was
Xbox.
broken in my house today.
Right,
It
you were
was
not happy.
good. No.
So,
Really?
so we know that Disney have got a streaming service coming soon, which is going to have all of the Marvel properties on there. It's going to have
And probably some new stuff.
Star Wars stuff. We know there's a load of Star Wars
yeah,
TV
of
shows
course,
coming.
yeah.
So Disney streaming service. They've seen. Obviously they must have been tracking stats for their Netflix shows. They won't be able to get Netflix stats, but they'll know the stats from their shows, and they've decided to rub their hands together and go, I think we could do this.
I suspect so.
Yes.
I'll tell you what they won't have, though. They won't have such a weird algorithm that Netflix have. I'll say that word again, by the way, 'cause I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Algorithm.
Yes.
Did you see what Nick Mason tweeted the other day?
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
Now, Nick Mason is the co-host, this guy on my T-shirt from the Weekly Planning Pod. He had just watched a documentary about Auschwitz or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
And Netflix said, because you watch this, you may enjoy this. And it gave him Cars 3.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? That is
I've seen a few of those
crazy.
type things, where
Absolutely
Netflix
mental.
gets it wrong.
Anyway,
Anyway, tangenting.
Tangent.
Warner
sidetrack.
Brothers want a piece of the pie, and they have decided to create a DC streaming service. And not only have they announced their DC streaming service, this is smart on their part, I think. They have announced 3 titles they're going to be releasing on the DC streaming service.
Is it 3 or is it 4?
1,
I thought it was 4. I saw 4 yesterday from Jack
Oh,
and the Geek
sorry,
Talk.
there's a 4th one, yes.
That's
There's a
her name
4th one
again.
that's not on this link.
I'm going to ask for some money for Jack and the Geek Talk, because I've shouted out their podcast like 4 times now.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so they've
do
announced,
it.
they've announced a load of titles. So that's one thing Disney didn't do. They said, "Oh, we're doing a streaming service," and everyone was like, "Oh, cool, great. What are you going to have?" And then we've kind of pieced it together. DC have said there's going to be a streaming service called DC Universe, and it's going to have shows called Titans, which we knew were coming anyway.
Yeah.
But it's interesting they're releasing it on there, and apparently that's going to have a similar tone to Fargo. Did you know that?
Did not
What,
do
you mean
that.
the show that you won't watch because
Yeah.
it's too hipster?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're going to watch Titans?
I want to see Titans. Yeah.
You call me hipster
Yeah,
sometimes.
you are a hipster. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, God.
The next title they've announced is Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't give a damn about that movie. No.
Why,
Oh, it's not a movie, it's a TV show, sorry.
why,
yeah.
why do it? Why do it?
Are these going to be tied into the
No.
DC Extended Universe?
Well, I mean, listen, we don't know. I hope they are. I doubt
they're
they
not.
will be.
Young Justice, Outsiders.
Sure.
I know nothing about this. I don't know.
we're-
Any idea what
I
this
think
is?
We're
No,
told to
nothing.
watch. What are we told to watch by Tim all the time? Is it Young Justice or is it Teen
Oh, yeah,
Titans or
Young
something?
Justice, the animated cartoon.
We're
yeah,
told
it's
to watch stuff
really
like that all
good,
the time. Yeah.
And the 4th one was Swamp Thing,
Yeah.
which
Swamp
I'm
Thing.
on board for.
Yeah,
Do
I
you know
am
what
as
Swamp
well.
I
Thing is?
don't know what Swamp Thing is. I know there was a song back in the 90s called Swamp Thing. Do you know that, Ben?
I
probably
couldn't hum
does.
it, but yes, I remember the title.
Okay, so context for Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is it was a man called Alec something.
Yes.
Help.
More? No.
Anyway, he dies or falls into a swamp or something, and Holland, thank you. And he becomes this monstrous thing called Swamp Thing. It's a big
Right.
green monster, and he's connected to a thing called the Green, which is basically all of plant life.
Right.
Okay.
Poison Ivy likes a bit of the green as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's the opposite to that is the Rot, which is all death. And there's Swamp Thing has some really interesting horror stories. So you'd think it would be like a silly slapstick sort of 60s thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like Alan Moore's done some great stuff with it, and Scott Snyder's done some great stuff with it.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Lemire did it as well, I think.
Think so. And very recently, the guy who's currently doing Batman as well, Tom King, did
right,
an
so
80-page winter special,
Right.
which I read whilst I was off sick, and it was fantastic.
One of the interesting things they've done with Swamp Thing with the character is that they've changed the origin so that the creature that is Swamp Thing isn't now Alec Holland, or I don't. They might have retconned it again. But what happened was he died, and his consciousness or his memories were implanted into the Green, and then the Swamp Thing creature, of which there have been many, so it's a bit like the Matrix, the One, you become it.
Yeah.
That is Swamp Thing, but it has all of Alec Holland's memories. It's just really interesting that
Batman
it's...
referred to him as Alec when they crossed over in a Rebirth Batman title probably about a year
So
ago.
okay, so I like the version where he's actually dead,
Right.
Because in that way he can't become human again. He's constantly tortured and trapped.
And he can sort of like move through the green as well, can't he?
Yeah.
So like a leaf could fall into this room,
Yeah.
and then Swamp Thing could come out of it.
I'll
from
tell you what
I've
he's
read.
like.
It's incredible.
He's like Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a really dark version of Groot.
I find this. I think listening to you guys talk about DC and comparing it to Marvel, the DC characters are all pretty dark, aren't they?
They can be. They're not They're not intentionally.
This guy's seen the Deadpool 2 trailer that came out,
Yeah,
It's so dark. Sure, nothing from the DC movie.
Oh yeah,
DC universe.
I just laughed my head off through all of that trailer.
Yeah, it does look good.
The trouble with it is the way that they've been presented recently, because they're not all like that. You think about Superman, he is the beacon of hope. He is the bright light in the sky.
The Flash isn't that dark, is he?
No, exactly. In the Flash comics aren't that dark. He's bright red and has a glowing yellow, lightning behind him. I don't know. It's Batman. Batman is the problem, and I don't think I'd ever hear myself say that, because Batman's great.
Yeah,
and he's so popular.
He's cool,
and he's so awesome, and everyone loves him.
Yeah.
So what's happened is they've taken the blueprint of Batman and slapped it on every other superhero. Exactly.
Arrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Batman's the problem?
Batman's the problem.
Do you know what the solution is?
Superman.
Batman.
Yeah, probably.
Because he's Batman.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, Superman could be... We're getting off topic.
Yeah.
DC Universe. Streaming.
Yeah. Well, it sounds great, as long as it don't take away my Flash and Arrow.
It might.
They might move it onto their service.
I'm not paying for it.
Well,
so I'll have to tap out.
I'll tell you what I think. Someone asked me yesterday, or it might have been as part, because we got tagged in it from that podcast that I've mentioned about 5 times.
Oh my God,
already.
don't mention him again.
Well, we got tagged in it. So
You love him so much. Why don't you marry Jack and the Beanstalk? Yeah?
Yeah, well,
Well,
move
I
on.
will,
We'll
I
find
will.
someone to replace
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Anyway, someone said, "Do we think this is the end of Netflix?" I
No,
said
no.
I said
Netflix is
it'll
a
be a
monster.
challenge. It'll be
No.
a challenge to them. They might have to do things differently. And they talked about the other day wanting to focus on sci-fi. That might have come up in broken news if we hadn't trimmed it down a little bit.
But,
I hadn't finished.
sorry, go on. Oh, no, I was going to add to your point. Sorry.
What I suspect is with Netflix, with Prime TV, with Disney, with DC, what's going to happen now is we are likely within the next 10 years to start seeing more and more and more movies come out on a streaming service.
Like
as a
Annihilation.
release. Like Annihilation did, like...
you're talking about the one with Will Smith, Bright.
Bright.
Yeah.
That Cloverfield Paradox movie as well.
Yeah.
We're going to start to see more movies coming out to streaming services.
Is that because so many people aren't going to the cinema anymore?
No,
Yeah.
it's because, I don't think there is that. I think it's also because a lot of people will and are paying for streaming services.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be making so much money they can afford to do that. They won't lose money by putting movies straight to their streaming service rather than going through a theatre. What will happen is you'll see some theatre chains struggling, but some of the big guys will just keep going. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to happen to all films, but I think we're going to see a ramp of movies coming out on streaming services now.
I think you're right. More so, I think the only things on any sort of terrestrial TV, anything on TV that's not on demand, will be news, sports, or reruns. There won't be anything new.
EastEnders?
Yeah, maybe soaps. Okay, maybe soaps. I'll give you that. But generally, there won't. I don't think there'll be any new dramas and stuff like that. I think they'll all start going to streaming service. I think the TV services will reduce and reduce and reduce and reduce. If you think about Sky, that has a streaming service, doesn't it? That has it's
Sky Originals. Yeah.
No, there's an app like
Sky Go.
More than that. There's another one. Play something.
Sky Go. But you can basically.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. We get off topic, but they own a streaming service as well.
And it's now Netflix is going to become part of a Sky subscription in soon.
Yeah.
So
there you go. So I think it's
only
all.
if you've got a Sky Q box though.
It's all going to start to shift. The TV shows will drop away. Everything will be a streaming service. I believe almost everything will go that way. And I think we'll have some people testing the waters with movies released on streaming service and in a theatre at the same time.
But you're not going to create... Well, you can create your home cinema, but it's not the same as going to the cinema.
That's a very valid argument that a lot of people have.
But what about people who can't easily get to the cinema because of disabilities that they might have? Because let's face it, not all cinemas are as welcoming
Adaptable.
to people with disabilities as they should be.
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
Okay.
I see it as a massive challenge. I really do. That streaming services are going to start. Okay, this is what I'm going to end it on a light thing. You know, in Wall-E, by and large, the company that took over the world.
Yeah.
It's not going to be by and large. It's going to be Netflix. It's going to be Amazon.
Yeah,
it's going to be streaming services are going to take over this planet.
Well, yeah, because you think about Warner Brothers. Is that an AOL company? No, it's not. Is it?
Time Warner.
Yeah.
I think it is now.
Yeah, so that's one big conglomerate. Disney owns all the other things. They've got a streaming service, all streaming service.
Yeah.
You know, Coca-Cola will have a streaming service at some point. You know,
and on terrestrial TV, it would just be Fox News.
yeah, exactly.
And
Fox
the
has sold
subsidiaries of Fox.
because
News.
Fox has sold everything else to Disney.
Fox want to buy
So
Sky.
all of their stuff
Do
will be
they?
on there.
Yeah.
Oh, let's move on.
That's the end of the news.
That was a very topical news
I
debate.
liked it.
wasn't
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
news.
it's very
Good
good.
news.
So we have had a competition running for the last X amount of weeks.
Yeah, you've got to talk about it last week. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're idiots.
we forgot about it because you weren't there to glue us together. Yeah.
So we have had a competition running our Avengers Infinity War competition, which has 3 prizes. It has a first prize of a Nerdschatting t-shirt and a Thanos pop vinyl.
Yeah.
A second prize of a Nerdschatting t-shirt and a mystery mini pop vinyl. Don't know what it is. And it's a smaller pop vinyl, so that's why it's second prize. And the third prize is an Iron Man keyring and a Captain America pin or badge if you live in the UK.
Yeah. So we had loads of entries. We genuinely had
We
loads of entries.
did,
Really
yeah.
good.
Had a
Top
lot.
quality.
And I want to say thank you to everyone who entered because all of the pictures we got were fantastic.
Yeah, we loved them all.
And everyone went to a lot of trouble.
Before we started recording, we sat down and we reviewed them. And we each chose one. We said, "Right, that's our choice."
And then we disagreed.
And then
James walked out,
Yeah,
threw a
yeah.
chair at us.
Yeah.
And then I had a chocolate digestive.
You felt a bit better about
Yeah, I
yourself.
did.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely
good.
feel
And
so
then we
much
chose
better.
pictures again.
Yes,
and
we
then
did.
between us, we've decided on a bronze, silver, and a gold of them, a third, second, and first. But yes, I want to say thank you to everyone.
Yeah.
We did say effort was one of the biggest contributors to being a winner.
Absolutely.
We wanted effort to be put in.
Yes.
And I think that shows through on our winners.
Agreed.
I agree.
So-
Absolutely everyone.
So shall we announce them in the order that we chose them? No. Let's just announce them.
Okay, so third place, the winner of the Iron Man keyring and Captain America pin is I Am Jack's Musings. He drew a Thanos picture holding the Infinity Gauntlet with a middle finger up saying idiots.
Giving us the bird.
Which I wanted to be... Anyway, it doesn't matter. He
No,
came
but
third.
it's what I liked about it was the effort went in. It was a lot of effort, but it's also knows us really well.
Yes.
It's like calling us idiots.
Yeah.
That's a real deep knowing of us.
Yeah.
So well done to I Am Jack's Music.
Maybe you should have won. Anyway,
Second prize. Go on after you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So the Nerdschatting t-shirt and mystery mini pop goes to a picture of Hulk by Bill Lonergan. Wolverine by Bill Wolverine.
Billy.
Yes.
So he
I
sent
really
us,
like this one.
He sent us in an email. We're going to post all of these on
Yes, we
social
are,
media,
yeah,
and I'll put it up on the
yeah.
blog. He sent an email in to us. So what we'll do is we'll be in touch with I Am Jack's Musings and Bill to get addresses, and Bill will get a t-shirt size from you, and we'll get your t-shirt sent.
Beautiful shading on this one.
It was definitely an HB pencil. Absolutely.
Yeah.
HB to 2B.
Yeah.
I'd say 2B.
2B? Yeah?
Yeah,
All right, not
2B.
HB?
Lovely pose, I thought.
Shall I get on to the winner?
Yeah, please
Yeah,
do.
I should do
Yeah.
it.
So the winner, the first prize, and the winner of the Nerdschatting t-shirt and a Thanos pop vinyl, all bought from Forbidden Planet, is the Marco guy. At the Marco guy on Twitter.
Well
Well done,
done.
Marcus. He drew a pretty amazing...
Oh, see what we did there.
I did.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
He drew a copy of Amazing Fantasy #1, which features... #1?
No.
Amazing Fantasy, anyway, which was the first appearance of Spider-Man. And it's great.
It's epic.
It's 15. It's
It's nice.
15.
15,
Yeah.
that's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it was about to close down. They said just put in it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Stanley put in it Spider-Man.
Oh,
blew up.
did Stanley do it, or was it Jack Kirby? Anyway.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you won the prizes. We'll be in touch. I'll be in touch tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow,
Dick
probably,
Code.
I'll be quite tired tonight. Tomorrow, I'll be in touch with everyone to say, well done. Can we have your address? And if you want a T-shirt, can we have the size and the colour that you want?
So much effort put in by everyone.
Yeah, well done, everyone.
It's great. Really, really proud of everyone. I really am.
Yep.
Everyone who entered, give yourself a pat on the back.
I would.
Yeah. We would give you a pat on the back, but you're not with us now.
No.
I'm going to give James a pat on the back.
Oh, it's nice. Thank you.
You're going to give me a pat on the back, James?
Yeah.
We're not going to give you a pat on the back now.
That's fine. That's
No.
fine. I'm okay over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I talk about the new competition?
We're running another competition. What?
I know, right?
Yeah, but
This
stuff
is
is
quite
going on.
quite unusual for us. We don't run a competition all year and then 2 come along in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
But in true idiot style, that's what we've done.
well, absolutely, yeah,
We haven't spread it out, have we?
No.
No.
So, On Saturday this week, there's a little event going on at your local comic book store. And when I say your local, I do mean everyone, because anyone who's got a local comic book store will have this going on.
Yes.
More than likely.
Yeah.
It's called Free Comic Book Day. Now, Forbidden Planet International have been in touch with us. They have kindly accepted some flyers from us, and they've put them out in their stores in the UK, which is really, really kind of them. And they've said they will give us a full set. There's a UK set. It might not have the full 50 titles due to some, what they called, licensing issues.
Yeah.
But it will be almost 50 comics for free. Free Comic Book Day comics. And we are going to run this on Twitter. I'm going to post something tomorrow. The instructions of how to win it will be in the tweet.
Yep.
It will be something like send a tweet and repost it with this image or something like that.
It's just got a couple of hashtags.
And there's a couple of hashtags in there
yeah.
you have to include,
Yeah.
basically. And we will pick and announce a winner. What time on Friday do you think? I think I said 5, but I might change to 12. What do you think? What do you reckon?
At some point on Friday.
No, not Friday. No, not Friday.
No,
Monday. I meant
At
Monday.
some point
Oh,
on
right,
Monday.
Because
Yeah.
it's Free Comic Book Day on Saturday.
Yeah.
This Saturday, which is
Yeah.
the 5th.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
yeah.
I think I've got that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1998
And
Cadbury.
we will give. I mean, to get your hands on all of the free comics on Free Comic Book Day is not. It doesn't happen.
I'm
No,
going to enter.
no.
I'm entering. Can I enter?
You can enter.
You can enter.
but
You won't win.
We'll pick the winner, and you won't win.
Oh.
Sorry,
Yeah.
James.
Oh.
No. Sorry. We'll pick the winner at random, and if you get it at random, you'll win, but you won't win.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Actually, do you know what?
Random generator. We have a random generator,
Generator,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. James Bingham. No,
No,
we're
no.
doing it again.
I've actually put in my notes here. We're going to announce the winner on Monday the 7th of May at 9 o'clock in the evening
So
UK
if
time.
you just read your notes, you'd know.
I did. And I have to say as well, it has to be, and I'm really sorry for anyone listening around the world, it has to be a UK only competition for this, because
50 comics weigh a lot.
50 comics weigh a lot, and
Yeah.
Forbidden Planet won't pay for international postage.
I think that's very fair of them.
Exactly.
Yes.
And giving us 50 comics
Yes,
for
absolutely.
free.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
Neo wins as well, who's one of our listeners from the Philippines,
Yeah.
I sent him 2 comics once. It took a month and a half to reach him. So by the time you get them, they'll be dog-eared and all sorts. So
Oh, right.
unfortunately, it's a UK-only competition. I'm very sorry about that, but we have to stipulate that. So check out our social media channel, twitter.com/Nerdschatting tomorrow, or it will be linked to the pinned tweet on our profile.
Absolutely.
This is awesome.
Shall we do some Nerdscene?
Let's.
I think that's appropriate. Nerdscene.
So this is Nerdscene. Now, James, I don't know if I've explained this to you before. Let me
Right.
just. So
I'm just going to get myself
Yeah,
prepped
right.
and ready. So
I
I
might get some water.
I really
So
want
this
to concentrate this time.
this is where we talk about things that we've watched. So that's
Right.
the word scene. You know,
Yes.
SEEN.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a play on the word scene, which is kind of like a part of a play or a
Like a
TV
theatre,
show.
when you get to the
Yeah,
theatre.
you know, there's a scene, you know, and you go, and scene, and it ends,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's scene, and then we're nerds.
Yeah.
So it's a play on the words. What do you think about that? Do you think it'll catch on?
I'm not sure.
No.
Might do. You
Well,
never
look,
know.
We'll try again next week.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking about it. I mean,
Yeah.
Talking about now,
yeah. It really has gone as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Okay, Ben's back. Okay, so nerd scene. So we've got a couple of things on here. Westworld season 2 has kicked off. Did we briefly talk about this? We didn't talk about this, did we? Because it hadn't come out when we.
James
no,
hadn't seen it.
I haven't
That's right.
seen
Yeah,
it
that's
because
right, yes.
something happened. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I listen to the podcast I'm not involved
No,
in.
yeah, and I don't remember the podcast that we
No.
did.
I think we're probably drunk.
Yeah. No,
No, definitely not.
So yeah, season 2. Have you both seen episode 2?
Yes.
Good, innit?
It's a fantastic episode.
Yeah.
However, I both hate and love this show. I hate it because it doesn't give me anything, and I love it because
It doesn't give you.
it doesn't give me anything.
Really? What's
Yeah.
it not giving you, Ben?
It just asks question after question after question, and it answers a few things here and there. Like at the end of last season, you were like, okay, so this is what the maze is, and this is this, and this is that, and it was all the ploy all along by Anthony Hopkins' character. But then it just keeps on asking questions every week.
I absolutely.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love
Don't
it.
get
I'm
me wrong.
sorry.
I love it,
I mean, I
and
thought
I'm on board.
the first season was like out of this world, literally. It was a
Yeah,
Westworld.
yeah,
Ha, ha, ha.
yeah.
But I didn't think it would be as good. I thought, how are you going to follow that? And they have, in the first 2 episodes of this season, they've absolutely knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Just sort of like, I love how Dolores has changed from this little farmyard hand girl to basically being a menace.
Yeah.
She is going to mess you up, isn't she?
Well, we were talking about. I don't know if I said this, but it's interesting that those two leads of Maeve and Dolores. It's interesting that they're strong female characters,
Yes.
and in this current world that we're in, it's appropriate that there should be strong female characters. And how good are they that you don't question their authority at all? They're so commanding. It's just so great.
But also, and I've forgotten the character's name that's with Bernard at the moment. She's another strong female character. So she's
Dolores
the
is with Bernard.
No,
it's Delos is. I can't remember.
Valkyrie from.
Tessa Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
And,
is her name
I
in the
forgot.
show?
Delos Executive or Delos
Yeah,
Executive. Doesn't matter.
I'm going to have to look it up because
And what I particularly liked about episode 2 was it went right to the start of like how they started selling Westworld as a theme park.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the start, was it? It was the start of Delios's involvement in it, but it came after the man in black, whatever he's called, William, had been there for a bit and then sort of seen what it was all about.
No, I think
from the first season.
No, because Logan takes William there.
Yes.
So Logan, when the scene in the room with the piano player and all those people, that's before.
That's the first bit. That's when he first meets the host.
Yeah, because Logan Logan takes William.
I'm going to. I will talk about this. Obviously, it is. I see. There was.
Her name's Charlotte Hale. Sorry.
Yes, thank you. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, Ben, I can see where you come. You really need to think. You need to. You can't miss an episode. You can't. You can't just switch off and I don't know, pick your phone up. You need to be watching.
Yeah.
And it's then you'll have. It will take another 2 episodes to get to where maybe episode 1 ended.
Yes.
With Bernard going, "I did this. What happened here, Bernard?" And you're just kind of like.
Yeah.
And you're expecting the next episode to be Bernard standing there, then telling you what happened.
No.
But no, they don't want to do that to you.
No.
They're teasers.
It's great.
They're teasing.
They are the worst kind of
teasers.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how they're doing things like how Maeve is in control still, but we were talking about this before about how her story might be meant to be like that.
Yeah.
She might be following a path still.
And all she wants she's not about killing people. She just wants to go and find
her daughter.
Yeah. Because she's got that connection.
Yeah.
And I also really liked the man in the black hat. And he's trying to work his way out. And the hosts are talking about, no, you got to do this by yourself. By the way, spoilers. I mean,
no. Ed Harris is just knocking it out of the park in this. How great is it to see him grizzled and angry and just I don't know, wrecking through the park.
What did we say? You hadn't seen it. History of Violence.
Yes.
He is in that.
Yes.
Have you seen that, Ben?
Yeah, he's fantastic in that. He's a fantastic actor. He
really
is great.
He's just... I just don't know. He's now really excited that the theme park has turned against him, and he has to keep on going on. What are you doing, Ben? Why are you pushing my buttons?
I'm not. My foibles are annoyed.
Anyway.
And I also quite like that they're showing that he knows everything about the park. So like he walks into that bar, saloon, and he knows where the first aid kit is. He just punches through the wall. He's like, that's going to be there because I'll need it.
Yeah.
And I just love that he's got that inside information for everything. He knows everything. He's
like a kid who's been playing GTA 5 every day since it came out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he
yes.
knows
absolutely everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How did you do that? Well, I just knew it was there.
Yeah.
It was there.
So it's great. Last thing on Nerdscene is The Punisher. Benjamin?
I've seen all of The Punisher on Netflix.
Any good?
It is superb. You should not watch it.
Is it long?
It's 13 episodes.
Is it long?
No, it really rockets through, if you ask me.
Okay.
It really rockets through.
Okay.
It is very, very, very violent.
Yeah, no, not for me.
It's not for you.
No.
How
JB, you need to watch this show.
Okay.
When Westworld is at its most violent, this show probably doubles that. Oh, it's not Game of Thrones level.
All right, so it's like the meat between the bread of Westworld and Game of Thrones.
Okay, think of in Daredevil season 1. Have you seen Daredevil season 1 on Netflix?
Well, I haven't got Netflix.
No,
Hashtag
oh no, God, you haven't.
James is never going to get it.
Oh, yeah.
Or Netflix.
Okay, well, in Daredevil season 1, okay, on Netflix, there's that scene where the Kingpin is slamming that guy's head into the door.
Yeah.
And then his head comes off.
Yeah.
What?
Well, his head doesn't necessarily even come off; it just turns to mush.
Okay,
it just
turns to mush.
splatters and the
Basically,
body falls over.
If it's on Netflix, does that mean it's going to be on anything else?
Oh, it'll come out on DVD at some point.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's such a good show, and I really am pleased that I watched it. It's really, really good.
I'll tell you another Netflix thing that's really good that we're going to talk about next week is Lost in Space. We're a little bit behind on that one, but we've both seen it, and you're here for the beginning of next week's podcast.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So you're going to dip out at the end. So
yeah,
so
we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, so that's really good.
That's fine.
That's the end of Nerdscene. It's time to talk about that monster of a movie that came out last week. It's time to talk about the fact that it made more money in its opening weekend than Justice League made in its entire run. It's time to talk about the fact that it's the most successful film opening weekend ever. $640 million in a weekend worldwide.
Whoever would have thought that a movie like this, starring
all these people.
Oh, what movie are you talking about?
Infinity War. Avengers.
Oh, I thought we were talking about I Feel Pretty.
Oh, whoopsie.
Oh, no, I've seen the wrong film.
Oh, no. Yeah.
What a joker.
Yeah, what a joker.
Honestly.
This film, Avengers Infinity War, cost apparently about $300 million. Then you double that for the PR run for all the advertising and merchandise.
Yeah.
Let's say $600 million, which is a crazy figure.
Yeah.
It's made profit in its opening weekend.
It's
That is
unbelievable.
absolutely ridiculous.
I cannot get my head around it.
How much do you think it will make all told? I think it will be close to or over 2 billion.
I think there's going to be a huge drop off at the end of May because you've got Deadpool 2 and Solo coming out.
I think Deadpool 2 will challenge it.
And Solo sounds like Han Solo. I've only just realised that. Yeah. Go on, sorry.
Han or Han?
Han Solo is coming out also. No,
I don't. I think Solo's dead.
No,
I really do.
No, it's a Star Wars movie, man.
All right, we'll see.
It's going to make a lot of money.
Anyway,
do you think so?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it's going to be great. Don't get me wrong.
Anyway, can we move back?
Yeah,
Let's talk. I mean, I'm just going to say it's the Infinity War's going to make. I think it's going to make $2.5 billion.
Really, you're going to go that high?
I don't know, but it's. How many people do you think have seen it more than once?
Oh, when I look at Twitter now, because I can go back to it, loads of people are saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going back for my third viewing and stuff." I'm like, that's crazy amount of times to watch it.
Epic.
Yeah,
I'd watch it. I'd like to watch it with the two of you again. Okay. Definitely.
It's made as of today, which is 1 week after it came out.
Yes,
$857 million, which is
that's a week.
In a week. So don't get me wrong, it's only going to have another week before it gets challenged by a new release, which is Deadpool 2. But it's going to go over $1 billion. I've only seen it once. I wanted to see it again. I want to see it again. I'll happily go and see it again with you guys.
Love that message with Dave. This was on the nerd group, and I was saying to you guys like, it's made 630 million, and he said, "Yeah, I'm going to see it now. Make that 630 million." And 12.
Yeah, because the ticket prices were a little bit more expensive.
Not for me, they weren't.
Oh, yeah, okay. Whatever.
Because I'm at a great cinema.
They were VIP, they were 15 quid, I think.
First time I've ever sat in a VIP seat.
Did you like it?
In a cinema. Yeah, it was cosy. I missed you then.
Anyway, should we get on to...
Cuddle Steve, though.
Should we do...
Oh, okay.
Should we do non-spoilers first, and then we'll do spoilers?
There's not going to be a lot of non-spoilers.
That's fine.
And we're a week out for a film that's nearly made $1 billion dollars. So I think most of the people listening to this probably know what happens in the movie. They probably know that he snaps his fingers at the end.
Nate.
Wow.
My God.
There you go. Yeah.
Listen, let's do what we thought of the film in non-spoilers, and then let's get straight into spoilers.
Okay, let's do it. Yep,
let's do it. Go for it right now.
Me or you?
You
Me.
go first.
It's not as good as Winter Soldier. It's okay. I have a lot to say about this film.
Non-spoilers.
Okay, it is for me
Uh-huh.
thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah.
Thoroughly entertaining, no doubt about it whatsoever. However, it is not a work of art, and
I agree.
There are differing levels of input on the different storylines that are in it for me.
I have been told, because I've said this very same thing to people. James is going to jump in here.
Yeah,
right?
you
We're
do
going
it.
to let you bookend it with a good opinion.
How do you know I think it's good?
Well, we'll see. Anyway, I again really enjoy the movie. I think some of the scenes that are in the film that I didn't expect to see, or some of the entrances that happened, were mind-blowingly like fan service, like to the max. But it's only half the story. Now, don't get me wrong; it's a complete story in its one movie arc.
Yeah.
But it's not the full story, because they're not just going to leave it like that.
You turned me off for spoilers, and you just went and did that.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything,
No,
did
you
I?
didn't.
Anyway,
I'm completely happy with it. I'm completely happy with that plot.
me too.
Like if they didn't make Avengers 4, I'd be okay.
Oh, I don't think I would be, because it left me on a nice cliffhanger.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
All right. Okay.
be
Okay.
careful.
Good.
Hang on, very quickly.
Okay.
What I will say is that my thoughts when I came straight out of the movie were quite damning. And that was, I went to see it on Saturday with my son and his friends because they let me join them.
Yeah.
Cool dad.
Yeah.
Hey, cool dad.
Cool dad.
Did you wear a cool t-shirt?
I wore my How It Should Have Ended t-shirt, actually.
Nice,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Superhero Cafe or Super Cafe. Anyway, my thoughts have mellowed substantially in the last couple of days.
Okay.
Like, bits that I were like, oh, no, I don't like that. I'm now like, do you know what? Actually, it made sense. And the things that I loved, I kind of like even more. That's as far as I'm going to go on non-spoilers.
Okay.
Over to
JB?
you, JB.
So if you haven't seen all the other films, I think if you went and saw this film, you'd be like, "What?
Careful.
What's going on?"
But-
I am being careful.
Yeah.
But I think I don't think that they should have to cater for the people who haven't seen.
No.
10 years
Yeah.
of phenomenon of movies.
You got a speech impediment.
I have, yeah, speech impediment. A phenomenon of movies. I did it again.
Yeah.
You can't.
Phenomenal.
You can't honestly expect anyone to go into
No.
this not having seen at least some of the other
No,
movies, and
agreed.
so that's why I think it's right that they. Anyway, carry
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
I think they did a good job. I mean, how many characters are in that film?
40 or something.
40.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
So many.
You know,
So many.
big characters, and I thought they sewed them together quite well.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I'm finding it difficult to not talk about spoilers. I thought
know,
it was
yeah,
great.
it's hard,
I didn't think it was as good as the Black Panther in my eyes, because I really enjoyed that. And I always get confused, and I said this last time when we were reviewing it. I really liked Civil War. I thought that was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
I think we should bookend this now completely from all of us giving it our one a score or a review of whatever, and then let's get into spoilers, because otherwise we're going to be here all night. Nate, what did you rate it out of 10 or out of 5, and whatever they are?
I don't do that anymore. It was entertaining fluff.
Okay,
Yours.
It was a solid 4 Infinity Gems
Oh,
You went for the comic book version.
out of 1 fake Infinity Gauntlet.
I can't top that with what
No.
he just said.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say 4.
Okay, fine. Okay, we need to talk spoilers a little bit.
Yeah,
can
okay,
I-
spoiler klaxon here.
can
If you
I-
haven't seen Avengers Infinity War, my God, stop listening, go and watch
Ben,
it, and then come back.
There's no one listening
I know,
who
I know.
hasn't seen it.
Maybe.
Listen,
You never know.
Unlikely.
I don't want abuse on the internet, because
I know.
Thanos demands your silence.
I have to read a tweet to you that I have replied to saying, I'm stealing this and quoting you on it, okay?
This was the thing you talked about today, right? When we had lunch.
No, this is something else I talked to you about that last
Oh,
night.
That's
Yeah.
awkward. I didn't get invited for lunch.
You were,
It wasn't
you were at the other
lunch.
site, mate.
In fact,
I was on the other side.
Do you know,
You
if
were.
you want to,
I was on Titan.
You can see, nice. You can see my messages saying, "Is JB around?" And he said no. And then I texted you
okay.
saying, "Are you still around?" So I
Thank
was
you.
checking for
Sorry,
you.
it's an only child
Yeah, big,
thing.
Yeah.
It's an only child.
Okay, let me read this to you. Oh my God,
so touchy.
This is Joshua Yell, spelt Yehl. I believe he's the editor for IGN.
What's his Twitter handle, Nate?
It's at Joshua Yell.
He's got a little blue tick after his
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely an IGN person. Or
No,
some
he's
kind
great.
of-
Right, okay, let me read this to you, right?
Sure.
Avengers Infinity War has 4 plot threads it serves to varying degrees. Thanos is top among them, agree.
Yeah.
With Iron Man's also proving to be quite good. Thor's has some excellent bits, but gets weighed down, ... And then, Wanda and Vision sort out their relationship while Cap's squad watches. And that is a perfect summary of how I felt about this movie. I thought that Thanos was out of this world, no pun intended. Incredible. I thought he acted great. He had the best script. He had the best plot line. You genuinely felt for him in every way. He's the perfect bad guy because he truly believes in the reasons for he's doing it. His methods are just totally awful.
He's a narcissist.
Yeah. He's great. It's his movie, right? Mm-hmm. I thought Iron Man and the Guardians was great. And I really love Doctor Strange. Oh my God, the Italians told me off for saying how much I enjoyed Doctor Strange. He's so good in this, right? Thor was probably my most entertaining, but it disregards Ragnarok completely because in Ragnarok, spoilers, he discovers the powers inside him. He doesn't need his hammer, and he's a god of thunder, and he can do whatever he wants, and he takes out a whole army. In this one,
he needs a big axe.
He needs a big axe to harness his power. And then
they had to give him something to do that
absolutely.
Was off-world.
And his was the most entertaining for me because I love Thor, and the bit when he turns up in the battle, put the hairs on the back of my neck stood on. It was fantastic, and he just comes in and decimates everyone.
I got a lady boner.
Go back though.
Sorry.
Go back in the fight. The battle was boring in my opinion, and Captain America has nothing to do. Nothing. It should have been his movie, and he has nothing to do.
Why should it have been his movie?
I disagree. Do you know what Captain America's movie is? The next one.
Maybe. Where the hell was Hawkeye?
House arrest. Same with Scott Lang.
No, Hawkeye should have saved the day. That's my problem.
Something's going to happen. He's going to pop up.
This leads me back to I want to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp as well. Yeah. Because Scott Lang, you see it in the trailers, both the trailers that we've seen so far, he's on house arrest. There's a guy scanning his ankle bracelet.
Yes.
Okay, Hawkeye's in the same place. In Civil War, they sided with Cap. They ended up in that prison. I'm telling you, they might have got out, but they are under house arrest. The government has found them. They've arrested them. They've said, right, you stay there. We understand what you did. Thank you very much. Everyone's great. Well done. But you have to stay there. So he's at home.
Yeah, but Hawkeye's the Batman of this universe. He would be able to get out of that.
He will show up in Avengers 4.
Yeah, I wanted to
guarantee it.
I wanted to see him.
And anyone who didn't do enough for you in this film, like Cap, is going to have a bigger role, obviously, in Avengers 4. Let's not go to the ending part yet, because we'll get to there in a bit.
Yeah.
But I agree with you massively on pretty much everything you're saying. I really, really, really liked the bit in the train station in Edinburgh where they stop fighting and Cap shows up with the rest of the Avengers, and the Avengers theme comes on. Seriously, the smile on my face was so big, it was unbelievable. I loved it. It was great. That had the hairs on the back of my neck standing up. And you know who I thought of? I thought of Powell.
Yeah.
Because he would have absolutely loved that.
Yeah, he would have loved it, yeah.
So, Twitter friend of ours who unfortunately passed away, but he was a Captain America cosplayer.
Yeah.
And he always gave Marvel movies his money on opening night. He never watched any trailers. He led a #spoiler-free lifestyle. He would have loved that scene.
Unfortunately, though, it was the only thing that Cap and his crew did in the movie. Really.
Cap did have the great line, I am Groot. I am Steve Rogers.
The whole movie had that. Everyone had great lines in it.
Yeah, this movie was a lot of fun, actually, wasn't it?
It was.
Why do you want so much more from Cap?
Because he has had these two stunning movies beforehand, Winter Soldier and Civil War. It's the same directors, and you've been...
But they were Captain America movies.
Yes, I know, but
this is an Avengers movie.
The world centres around him. He is the leader. He drives everything.
Hold this thought.
Okay, and then going back to the battle, well, I thought the battle was a bit boring. I don't just all the big massive CGI stuff just isn't that interesting when it's on the far. Mm-hmm. When it's the small scale stuff, and you can see it, like when Okai from Black Panther, the Dora Milaje lady who's in Walking Dead. Yeah, when her and Black Widow,
it doesn't matter,
and fight the elf lady thing, and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
But why did it have to be? Oh well, this is the bit where the girls fight. They're strong enough characters that it didn't have to be. This is the bit where the girls are in.
Yeah, but it's all the strong girls.
Yeah, I know.
And who's the strongest?
They're all great, but
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Those bits are interesting when it's the small little battles and you see that and you see them come together and it's a little impact because you can connect with it. But when it's the millions of giant faceless monsters running towards them, I don't care anymore. You know, I've seen that twice in Avengers movies.
Right, okay, before we go too much further, I have tried to break this down into sections a little bit.
Yeah.
Before we do that, Nate, what was the story of this movie?
Good question, because there wasn't really one. Thanos wants to wipe out half the universe.
Yes. Why does he want to do
that? Because his planet was overrun.
Yeah.
And he suggested it to them, and
everyone needs a cult, and then everyone will live well.
Yeah, wipe out half the universe, and the other half will live in paradise.
Okay, I'm going to do good stuff later, I am, but I got to just say one massive plot hole.
Well,
right, you know in Avengers, the first Avengers, right? He gives Loki the staff, which is an Infinity Stone, and he goes down, and Loki gets the Tesseract, which is an Infinity Stone. So he gives them away, but his whole sole purpose is to collect them.
He wants other people to do his bidding for him before this film. I know exactly what you mean. It doesn't make sense.
No, but that's fine. It's fine. Thanos is so great.
So basically,
he's so great. Like, I just, whenever he comes on screen, you're just like, thank God he's on screen because he's so good.
The story of the movie is Thanos wants to wipe out half the universe to save the rest of the universe.
Yes,
and he believes the way to do it is to kill half of the universe, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit silly because he's got an Infinity Gauntlet that can do anything. So if he assembled all the stones and said, right, there is no more hunger, he could do that.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He wants to kill half of the place so they can live in some kind of weird paradise and he can just watch the sun set on the universe. Complete narcissist, complete weirdo.
Yeah.
But the guy, Josh Brolin, and the special effects for Thanos are absolutely breathtaking. I didn't see one bit that I thought, oh, that looks dodgy. He looked great all the time.
I disagree. I think there were a couple of times when he was a long shot where he looked a bit CGI, but
I disagree.
There were some times where it was just mind blowing.
It was brilliant. The only bit, I mean, the worst bit for me was when you've got Banner right at the end in the Hulk Iron Man suit. That looks really weird. You just see his head.
Yes.
I was like, that looks really stupid. It just looks like he's strung up high.
Yeah, it looks like he's placed on. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
There's also, that doesn't really make sense because to operate that Hulk Buster, you have to be in an Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever really was.
No.
So they've broken their box a little bit there.
Yeah.
They've broken outside of their box. They draw a box. Everything happens inside that box. But then suddenly Bruce Banner can operate a Hulkbuster machine without Iron Man.
See, again, that's one of my problems with it, which is a double-edged sword. In that, I love watching Mark Ruffalo. I think Mark Ruffalo as Banner is great.
Yes.
He's funny. He's wacky. He does that thing where he's the audience's voice because he's like, what are you guys talking about? Let's go and do this thing. And it's great. But at the same time, you pay your money to go and see Hulk. And you get Hulk at the beginning. And I understand why you have Hulk at the beginning. Because you're like, Hulk is the most powerful thing in the world. Or the universe, we know that. Thanos beats the crap out of him.
Easily.
Oh,
so
it gets smashed up,
so it gives you a baseline straight away for how powerful Thanos is.
I agree with that. And I like that. And I also think it's kind of in keeping with his character arc from Ragnarok, because in Ragnarok, the Hulk isn't a mindless lunatic anymore.
No, he has choices.
He's a child.
He's
like
thinking about stuff.
4-year-old child
he is,
in the Hulk's body. So he got his arse handed to him by Thanos. He doesn't want to come out and play again because that really upset him.
Yeah.
So I get that. I think he's going to come out. I think potentially when he comes out again, he's going to be really, 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 really angry.
Yeah.
And he could cause some big, major damage. Anyway, we'll see.
Well, but interestingly, he was in the trailer. Hulk was in the
trailer
to show, because they're all running, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there he is.
There was a few of those.
What about the Thanos jump towards the camera and punch? That didn't...
Yeah, also
that wasn't in the film, was it?
Spider-Man jumping through all the chaos in Titan. In the trailer, he's in his normal Spider-Man costume, it's just him. In the film, he's in his Iron Spider with the arms, and he's whipping around Mantis and Drax. So there's extra bits to take into account.
I did love the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, great. Yeah. All of that was really good. I really enjoyed all that. I don't quite like Iron Man's magic suit that can do anything and can fire anything out of his arse completely.
Bleeding edge armor or whatever.
Yeah, like
weird.
I like that it's
got a backup of a backup of a backup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And plus, I've got a backup.
Exactly. That's my problem with it. Like, okay, like he can do all these great things with it, but it's it's more magic than Doctor Strange, and you see Doctor Strange doing magic and having to struggle to do that magic, whereas Iron Man can just do it without even thinking. And I don't know, it's a bit much. Certainly, when you go back and watch Iron Man 2008, and you see him like putting a plate on and putting his armor, it looks great, and you kind of.
It's evolved a lot in 10 years.
Yeah, but
look at mobile phone technology 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but I buy the Iron Man suit in 2008 more than I buy this bleeding suit. Yeah. And I think it comes back to the Uncanny Valley we spoke about before, because it looks more. It looks.
I'm arguing for argument's sake. I don't
it's
like
less
the suit
organic.
Yeah.
So the moment it's organic, it's like a thing, and you're like, oh no, I don't like it because it's not real.
Yeah.
So we liked a lot of the action, apart from the ending fight with the Outriders, because they were a bit nothing, weren't they?
Yeah. All the little interactions were brilliant.
I thought it was, when Thor rocks up with the Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when he appears on the battlefield,
Yeah, and when he's talking with Star-Lord, it's like, yes, I am the most powerful man.
I didn't like that.
But not the funniest scene in the movie, like an angel had sex with a pirate. Oh my god, that is the funniest line.
Oh, by the way, if the next Thor film isn't called Thor Pirate Angel, I'm going to riot.
Yeah.
But I liked when Drax was like, he's not a dude, he's a man, you're a dude. Yeah. That was fine. But when they were stagging, when Thor and Star-Lord were like, stagging age. No,
Brilliant.
I didn't like it. I thought it was awkward.
Chris Hemsworth has just come into his own in terms of comedy. He plays Thor so well. He's this. He's the epitome of royalty in that. Like the stereotype of royalty.
Yeah.
Completely out of touch.
I am the master.
Yeah, exactly. Out of touch with common people.
Yeah.
He's not dumb.
What is this rabbit?
Exactly. He's not dumb. He just doesn't know about those things.
I need a horse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's so great. He's so good.
I thought that was good when he rocked up at the battle and him and Cap are looking at each other. It's like, you've gone for the beard and the short hair.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good as well.
Yeah.
I just liked that comedy, but then there was some hard hitting stuff in there as well. Like you get to see Thanos, and then he's talking, and you think, you are a right hard bastard, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then he has to get the
Soul Stone,
and you're like,
did you not see that coming though?
Oh, of course I.
The second he and Gamora went to that planet, I was like, well, she's obviously going to have to be sacrificed.
You see stuff much earlier than I do.
I saw it
some sort of prediction stone.
I saw it before Gamora did. That was like telegraphed to us, I think.
When the Red Skull.
Red Skull, yeah.
He was talking.
That was great.
Do you know who that is?
Yes, Ross Marquand from The Walking Dead. Plays Aaron.
Aaron from The Walking Dead, yeah. Apparently he does, like voice work.
He is a fantastic impressionist.
Okay.
And he did, I've read like an article about it from the Russos. He did like an impression of, what's his face from, the guy who played the Red Skull, Hugo Weaving.
Yeah.
But with a little bit of a ghosty wisp to it as well. Because he's not, you are failing sort of guy. He's more, this is the Infinity Stone and it's here and you must do this to get it and stuff like that.
Oh my god, it's like he's in the room.
Oh my god.
What just happened?
Red Skull's just rocked up.
Yeah.
But when I saw it was the Red Skull, I thought that was fantastic. I do have a question now.
Go for it.
Who was looking after the Soul Stone before the Red Skull showed up? And where is the Red Skull now?
I don't have answers for you. It was just a little treat for us as fans. That's what it was.
Yeah, I liked it.
Loved it.
Can I get ranty about something?
Please. Yeah, we're going to get into the stuff that we didn't like now, because I kind of think we've done a bit of that as well.
Can I just say what I also liked was that there were the 4 battles and the 4 things going on. It was a bit like Return of the Jedi. Everyone's going off. Really like that. But I think it worked quite well because Cap and Iron Man are separate.
I wish they'd cut together though. Go on, sorry.
No, but
next film.
They will do.
Yes.
Because, tragedy's going to pull people together.
Yes, you're right.
How heartbreaking was the Spider-Man bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
but the fact Iron Man was over in Titan doing whatever he was doing, and then Cap was on Earth doing that, and they're going to have to just bury the hatchet. They're going to have to do something together. But they had their own demons they needed to deal with.
I liked Ebony Moore from the Black Order. Thought he was. I didn't like the voice of him to start with, but
I liked all of it.
He grew on me.
Yeah, he's great.
His power set is incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely incredible. I love that guy. I didn't like the big hulking guy from the
Run
Black
me a
Order.
Thing.
Yeah.
Thing on steroids.
but weaker.
He didn't really do an awful lot, did he?
No.
And the guy with the glaive and the big lady elf were
they
were a bit meh, but they were interesting when they were fighting them in Edinburgh.
But they just rocked up and made me jump a little bit. Because it did look like Edinburgh as well, because I've been there.
It was Edinburgh, I think.
Yeah, I know, it absolutely was.
Including the fish and chip shop where they'll deep fry your
anything.
kebab.
Nice. Deep fried Mars bar.
Wow.
Yeah. Or pizza, I think I had on my stag do. Anyway.
I want to talk about bathos.
Go for it.
So there's a YouTube video called Just Right. It's really, really good. It's a little bit like Alt-Shift-X, but it's about writing and plot and narrative, and they're not about books necessarily, they're about films and TV shows, right? And one of the videos he did was about this thing called bathos. Or bathos, however you pronounce it. It's not pathos.
Ragnarok really suffers from this, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does. Okay, let me explain it.
I've seen the video; it's great.
Pathos is where you have a summoning of feeling very sad or depressive. You know, when films they make you feel sad, that's pathos. Bathos or bathos, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, is anti-climax through comedy.
So they set something up to be really, really sad, and then they hit you with a joke which sort of lessens the impact of the sad thing that has happened. Yeah. But because they've bookended it with a joke, it's bathos.
Yeah. So this film is, for me, it was a whole series of that. And when it wasn't a comedy thing that happened, it was a hero coming to save the hero thing. So it happened quite a lot. Mm-hmm. So in the battles... let's say, for example, Captain America, he's fighting, and then he almost gets overwhelmed, and he looks like he's going to lose, and then someone comes from behind and stabs the bad guy in the back, and then they carry on fighting. And that happened many times, and I noticed it happening, and it took me out of the movie a little bit.
It wasn't as bad as Ragnarok.
No, Ragnarok has it with the comedy side of things more, but this one had it in those different... And I think it's the same sort of bracket. And what I wanted to say was about... I was thinking about this before. You know when I said that this film was thoroughly entertaining but it's not art? Mm-hmm. I wanted to compare it to something like Dunkirk. Because Dunkirk is the complete opposite of this movie. The entire duration of Dunkirk is tension and building. It's tension and building to the very last moment of the movie. And it has 3 storylines overlapping, crossing over, cut together. So it's a long... work of art, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I know that our friend Andy Spedding, who is a very big fan of the planes and things from that time period, he doesn't like the movie because it's historically inaccurate. Doesn't matter to me. It's about the filmmaking, right? The whole film is this piece of work of art with sound editing and video editing and everything, just bringing it together for this tension, right? So the climax is at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War is the exact opposite of that. It is teeny tiny bits of climax, of tension and climax. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but they are... When people are saying it's this masterpiece of a movie, I disagree. I think it's an incredibly entertaining, fantastic achievement to get that many people together, to get that many storylines working cohesively, because it does work.
To tell a cohesive story.
It works. Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
To have a CGI character... who's a bad guy,
who makes you feel that,
who makes you feel inside you.
So I don't want to think that I'm like wrecking it, but I just wanted to have this discussion about how it's from the very moment of the start of the film. It's like 5-10 minute tension, anticlimax or climax sequences the entire way through, and I think that wore me down a little bit, but not enough that I didn't enjoy it, but I noticed it.
Yeah. Should we talk about the ending? Let's get to the... I don't want to finish it, but the ending, because I think all of that going throughout the film lessened the impact of the ending for me.
Exactly. Yes.
And also because I know... Now, don't get me wrong, I know that an awful lot of the people that died in this film aren't going to come back. So, for example...
Aren't going to come back.
They are not going to come back. For example, people I don't think are going to come back are Heimdall.
Yeah, he's
he's gone.
Loki?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I think he's played his part now.
Gamora I'm not so sure about, because I think, hear me out on this one, when Thanos sacrificed her to get the Soul Stone, after at the end when he clicked his fingers and half of the universe died, he woke up and saw Gamora as a child.
Yeah.
I think that she's trapped inside the Soul Stone. I don't think she's dead. I think she's for all intents and purposes, dead, but she's inside the Soul Stone.
We're
going to see some Marvel comic book science that will bring her back.
Guidance for
guaranteed. Oh, she'll be back for Avengers 4.
I think she's filmed some stuff for Avengers 4. I think she has. Oh. So.
And I seriously think that pretty much every single character that died in the end when Thanos sort of turned them into ash through clicking his fingers, they're all going to come back.
What, even the Vision?
No, the Vision, I think, will come back different. In the comic book, there's a version of the Vision where he's all silver and he's a bit sort of... He's got
Silver Surfer type?
No, well...
Quite. I don't think Vision will come back.
I don't know if he will. I think they'll either leave him dead, or if he does come back, he won't be the same.
No.
I think the people...
So if he's not going to be the same, there's no point bringing him back.
Yeah, I think the people that like, they had death scenes, as opposed to that massive death, they're probably dead.
The Spider-Man one impacted me, and it really hit my son hard. My son got really upset when Spider-Man died.
Yeah.
But it's because everyone else just crumbled away. Spider-Man's spider sense kicked in.
Yeah.
He knew something wasn't right, and he felt weird. And when he said he didn't want to go, which is just like the 10th Doctor when he regenerated in Doctor Who, broke me. I was like...
But it's supposed to. It's controlling you, because everyone else just turns to dust.
But still, I know that Homecoming 2 is coming. I know he's coming back.
Yeah.
The circumstances around how these guys are going to come back, I don't know. So whilst I know that they died in this film, and I know that they're probably going to come back, the impact of them dying, pretty much every single one of them, wasn't as much for me.
Yeah.
Spider-Man hit me.
Yeah, but he was supposed to, yeah.
Because it was supposed to. He was like...
Well,
that thing you sent the other day, by the way, where Tony Stark says to him, Spider-Man in Spider-Man Homecoming, if you get hurt, I'll feel like that's on me. Yeah. And that's why he's so distraught at the end. Yeah. Because he didn't get hurt. He died. Yeah. So Tony's broken inside.
Our good friends Lloyd and Tim, I saw Lloyd coming out of the cinema and was talking to him about it. He didn't like the movie for many different reasons, and I actually agree with most of his reasons. However, I was still entertained by it.
Sure.
He was saying, he had a conversation with Tim. Tim was saying it's interesting that everyone that survived or wasn't affected by the clicking of the fingers, step outside of the movie, their contracts are up. Whereas all the people that did die and did disappear, they've got contracts for more movies.
It was the core Avengers.
It's really interesting that
characters who've been around since 2010 with Rhodey and Black Widow. I always get those two mixed up.
Because it's Scarlett Johansson.
All of those guys who are left are the core Avengers team, or people who've been in the MCU since 2010. Everyone else has gone.
It does kind of make you think that maybe in Avengers 4, the big bad thing that will happen is that they will go, or be replaced, or reset, or something.
Earlier on, you said that Cap should be the main focus of this film.
Yes.
He wasn't. He will be. He and Tony will be. They're coming back together and resolving their differences will be the driving force
JB said
for Avengers 4. Well done, JB. And they will either both or all of those core Avengers and people who've been around since 2010 will have to sacrifice themselves to bring back everyone else. I seriously think that Cap and Tony will have to die for everyone else to live. And I think that is a decision that Cap will take. He will lay down on that line. He will lay down on that wire for everyone else to survive. Okay. He'll jump on the grenade for everyone else to live.
You've just highlighted the one major thing I did have a problem with this. There is a problem with this film.
Go on then.
They could have stopped it straight away because they could have just destroyed the Mind Gem, the Mind Stone. And they even say... Vision says, well, what's the difference between when you sacrificed yourself, Captain America, and saved all those people? Yeah. Cap's like, we don't do that. It's like, well, but you did. Yeah. And you could have just done it. And I maybe just don't tell me. Yeah. Maybe just don't have that line to tell me.
But it works because he said, we don't trade lives. And then he died anyway, and so did half the universe. So Cap is going to realise, actually...
He was wrong.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
Vision was right. I was wrong.
Yeah.
We do need to trade lives.
Yeah.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one.
That's Star Trek 2. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, I remember that.
Cap is going to have to, and probably Tony as well, they're going to have to give their lives to save everyone else. Tony has seen this coming as well, and Thanos seems to know Stark as well, which is a bit strange.
Yeah. I am burdened with knowledge too.
Yeah.
Great line.
It was great.
And Cap grabbing the Infinity Gauntlet and Thanos not really being able to overpower him with it.
Oh, I don't think. I thought he
No,
was just toying with
that's
him.
something.
No,
No,
he was
I
just
think that
toying with
means
him.
Because he hit him with the other one. Didn't see
Hits
that
him with his
coming.
right
Oh
rather
my
than taking
goodness,
with his
took
left.
him right out.
Okay, let's do some. We're coming to the end of it now. I think we're coming soon because we've said a lot of stuff.
Yep.
I would like to know your favourite characters and their moments. JB, I'm throwing it to you. I've put you on the spot.
No, I really find Star-Lord brilliant.
Yeah?
I do. I really, and I think them coming into the Avengers part of it,
Yeah.
you know, like who the hell are you?
Yeah.
Who the hell are you? You know?
Yeah.
He had such a big part because of Gamora's
Yeah,
death.
yeah.
You know, he was all this banter, and they nearly had the gauntlet off of
Yeah,
Thanos,
yeah.
and he completely lost it, and that had a big problem.
And like, he showed his true self at that moment
Yeah.
because he's got that banter as a bravado.
But then
Yeah.
what about
Thanos
his?
likes him as well. I
Yeah.
like you.
But he's got obviously this. He's half human, half can't remember.
Celestial.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we didn't even see that side.
Well,
No.
that's gone.
But is
Because
it
his dad
gone?
said-
Is
Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
I wonder if
Okay.
you like him because he's very relatable because he's a human character in this world of Supermen.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a superpower. He's just
I
witty.
think he was just funny. He's confident. Maybe I just see myself in him.
Yeah, yeah,
I want to be Star-Lord.
yeah.
I like
no,
that.
that's cool. That's good. No, I think I enjoyed all of his scenes.
I would have loved to have seen more of Black Widow. She didn't have enough in it for me.
Well, that's the
She's
whole
good.
of Cap's crew didn't have anything to do.
Cap,
you know?
Black Widow,
Black Panther.
Winter Soldier.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
Black Panther
talking
didn't
about
have
people who are still alive. I'm
Yeah,
talking about people who are still
right,
alive.
yeah.
So Iron Man had lots to do in this film because it's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
He's the star. So he had a
But
lot
he
to do in
was
this
great
film.
in this.
He was great in this.
Yeah,
but he's going to have an awful lot to do in the next film as well. But it's going to be his and Cap's film. It's going to be them coming back together. Anyone who was and the core Avengers team that were left alive in this movie are going to be the main focus of the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Have you got more to say on that? Or I need to pin you down on your favourite character and the time the thing that they did?
I'm not entirely sure. It's probably a coin toss between Thor and Doctor Strange.
See, I was going to go for that. We've all sidestepped Thanos.
Because
he's
you know
the bad
what?
guy.
Actually, no, I take it all back. It's Thanos.
Yeah.
This is his movie. He's
It is his
fantastic
movie,
in
yeah.
it.
He
You
is.
feel the loss that he has been through. You see what he's willing to do, and you see the toll that it takes on him. Because, don't get me wrong, he is the universe's greatest monster.
That's what he says about me.
Well, no, you got history's greatest monster.
Yeah. That seems fair. Yeah.
But I think in the next film, come the end, he won't be the bad guy. I genuinely don't think that come the end of Avengers 4, he will be the bad guy. I think he will see the error of his ways and he will make a choice. It might involve deaths of people, but he will make a choice to bring everyone back.
Hang on. I've had something's forming. I'll just quickly say that mine is a toss-up between Thor and Doctor Strange as well. And I
Okay.
don't think I can decide because I think they both have great stuff to do.
Okay.
So the post-credit scene for this is Nick Fury and Maria Hill, and you see the pager, which is the 90s pager, and it pages Captain Marvel. We see her symbol.
Yeah.
And we know Captain Marvel's coming out between this movie and Avengers
March
4.
next year, yeah.
And we know that that's going to be pivotal to Avengers 4.
Yes.
Agreed.
We also know that in Captain Marvel, the movie, the Skrulls are going to be involved.
Yes.
There's going to be the Kree-Skrull War. There's going to be major events from that.
Yeah.
So, what if something with the Skrulls happens at the beginning of Avengers 4 and they go to Thanos and they say, we need everyone back. And he has to bring everyone back to fight the Skrulls. And
So the
therefore-
Skrulls then become what's left of the Skrulls because he's wiped half of them out. The Skrulls will then be
Are they more
the
powerful
big
than he
bad.
is?
No,
No.
they're
En
not.
masse, maybe.
He's like triple R. Hey, boys, he's 5 times R, isn't he? He's got all the.
Yeah.
He's got everything he needs.
6
6. Sorry, whoopsie.
Yeah.
thumb, fingers,
Oh yeah.
one on the back of his hand. Yeah.
Sugar puffs.
Bashing the mic.
Yeah. So,
I don't know about the Skrull. I think the Skrulls will probably come into it more in a sequel to the Captain Marvel film. I think she's off in space, probably battling them or keeping them where they're supposed to be in their sector.
You mean
of
that's
space.
where she is now?
That's where she is now, keeping them out there.
Captain Marvel is set in the 90s. There's a point on here to talk about the set photos that have been revealed.
But I don't know if the Skrulls are going to be a big bad for Avengers 4.
Okay.
I don't think. I think Avengers 4 is going to be the core Avengers team working out how they can restore everything and put everything back.
That's a lot to stretch over 3 hours because this movie was nearly 3 hours.
Oh,
I think there'll be another plot line. I think there'll be either Skrull in disguise. I think some of them might be.
Okay, maybe that's where Hawkeye is. Being scrolled.
But
we shall see.
If the next movie is just the same again, but with less Avengers, trying to find Thanos, trying to bring back everyone that's lost and fighting more, I think that will disappoint a lot of people, and I don't believe they would go down that line.
Okay.
Set photos for Captain Marvel. We've seen a young, air quotes, young Nick Fury.
Yes.
So he's got hair and 2 eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weird description for someone being young, but
do you think
that makes us young.
Do you think he loses his eye in this film?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do we know how he loses?
No, there's different versions of it. One time it's Wolverine does it to him, but
that's in the comics.
That's in the comics, yeah. But we don't know in the film.
Okay, cool.
Guaranteed it'll be in this movie.
Yeah. Maybe Captain Marvel will take it.
Maybe Ronan the Accuser takes it.
Because he's in it as well. We know that. But anyway, yeah, so it's interesting. So it's interesting that they've gone that far. And
I like the post-credit scene. There was an awful lot of people in the cinema left watching it who didn't get it.
But then that's standard for... the first time you saw Thanos.
Can I just say I did get it?
Of course you did.
Well done, JB.
Yes!
We were talking about earlier. We were talking earlier. Oh, about the Ant-Man trailer.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it offline, and you said, "Oh, is Lawrence Fishburne Goliath?" And I went, "Yeah, he's Goliath." Fishburne, yeah. And you were like, "He gets fucked up by Claw."
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yes, JB, you know.
So I read the Civil War comic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
should have put that up in Nerdscene.
Yeah, should.
Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, so solid 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. It was fine, but it's not a work of art.
Yeah.
Listen, are you let down? Was there too much hype around this film? Because listen, if you think there was too much hype around this film, you have seen nothing until you see Avengers 4. Because the hype around that film is going to be stratospheric. It's going to go nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
because of the ending.
It's just a movie. That's the thing we need to be aware of. It's just a movie. It's not.
What?
Yeah, I know.
It's just a movie.
It's just a movie. I'm glad I've seen it, and it was thoroughly entertaining.
I've been told I should watch it again because the bits that I didn't. I don't get like I said. I have my opinion softened, but I think that I do want to watch it again, and I think I'll probably enjoy it more on a second viewing.
You want to see it again, JB?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we'll have a nerd trip and we'll go and watch it again or something.
Thing is, we've got Deadpool 2 and Solo out this month. Are we really going to watch Avengers again as well in there?
Maybe we should just do a day of it.
Crikey.
The other thing I very quickly want to say is that I think the perfect way to watch this film in the future is going to be as a 2-part movie watch with Avengers Infinity War and then Avengers Infinity War Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Whatever it's called.
Which is what, again, for the 7th time, someone from Jack and the Geek sort of called it on their podcast.
Brilliant. Okay.
I think it was Luke. Well done, I've stolen it, it's now mine. Loved it.
Probably...
Not great, not high art.
There's probably tons more we could say.
Oh, probably. We've missed loads of stuff.
Absolutely.
I don't think we've talked... We haven't even mentioned Wong. We've not mentioned...
the fight in the park, Central Park was great.
We've not really mentioned Bucky or the fact that Rocket said, I'm going to get that arm.
He's barely in
I like
it.
that.
That's why we haven't talked about Cap's crew, because they're barely in it.
I think they're going to be more in it. I think Ben's right. I think in the next film...
Rocket is the only Guardian left, and he's on Earth.
The Rocket Thor stuff was so good.
Yeah.
Really, that scene where Thor is crying but being hard. Yeah, not sure about that.
I don't like it.
What?
Thor's eye. Do you know why I don't like it? Because one eye is my colour blue, and his new eye is your colour brown.
Yeah, I just phone with an eye patch. It makes him look badass.
It does make him look badass.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But it's probably easier to have the actor have 2 eyes and then just CGI 1 eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or have him wear a contact lens.
Yeah.
Even easier.
They'll CGI. Guaranteed they'll CGI.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, with loads of stuff we won't have talked about. Vision and Wanda in this were dull. They were boring. They were tiresome.
But whenever there's a couple, it's always boring.
Yeah.
It's true. What do they do? Oh, we just want to go for a walk in Edinburgh.
The thing is,
We just want our love to be recognised.
thing is,
Do you want to be with me?
She sacrificed him, though.
Yeah, no, that's good.
That's
Good
true,
action
but
scene,
that was a struggle.
but it took forever to get to that point, and
Yeah.
it wasn't enough. It wasn't interesting enough to get to that point.
They should have got to that point after the first skirmish they had.
Yeah.
But Doctor Strange must know something because he said there's about a billion ways to do it, and we've done it once.
Yes, this is worth bringing up. So there's 14 million ways.
Billion. Was it
I don't know.
14 million?
I just made the number up. I can't remember.
Times that he saw this fight,
Yeah.
they only won once. And when Doctor Strange said earlier in the film, "I will sacrifice you and the kid to protect this Infinity Stone," then he went and gave it up and said, "Tony, it's the only way."
Yeah.
Well, that's the one way that they beat Thanos was to lose to fight another day.
I think
Lose the fight to win the battle.
There you go.
Yeah, I would have preferred if he'd said only a handful of ways or something.
Yeah,
One way is a little bit.
Yeah, but he's going mental, isn't he? He's gone forward in time so many times.
I guess so,
like,
but it's a little bit like cutting the wire at 1 second before the bomb goes off.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
It should be 7 seconds when it's 007.
Yeah, nice.
James Bond.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, look, we could carry on talking about this forever, and we're already past time. So just
Okay.
Again?
look. Yeah, I know. Yeah, very very entertaining. I'm really glad it's making all the money. The Marvel machine is it's a train that is hurtling down the tracks.
Never going to stop.
Nothing's going to stop it. The only thing that could possibly stop it is if the tracks run out. And let's face it, it's not going to happen, Marvel, because they've got 60 years worth of material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll keep going.
But how are they going to still make it great?
They've
They've got a good, as I said before, they've got a good recipe.
Yeah.
And it's working, but something's going to happen.
But we didn't think that crazy characters like Ant-Man or Doctor Strange or someone who's a little bit offbeat, say Black Panther, were going to work. And then these movies turned out to be the most entertaining movies. The ones.
Are you saying that you like Black Panther?
Yeah, I did like Black Panther. I just didn't think it was as great as everyone said it was.
I don't think you said that.
I did definitely say that.
No, you definitely didn't.
I said it was totally fine.
Nothing matters. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep
Anyway,
going with your thoughts.
I think that there's
Sorry.
loads of that. There's loads of that coming. There's loads of the side characters, loads of the B characters, there's loads of characters that we think aren't main characters that have been main characters in the comics before. Think about Civil War when you read that comic. You were like, there's so many characters here. Too many. All of them are coming out.
House of M. Wanda is so affected by the death of Vision, she dreams that he's still alive and they have children, and it sends her crazy. And she says, no more mutants. She says, no more Avengers.
But do you know what? Do you know what you could do with that?
So much.
You could bring all the Fox properties in doing that.
Yeah, you could.
So in the comics, House of M is this moment where Wanda is so messed up because she's lost Vision. She imagines that she had children and they're not real, as Ben just said. She completely loses it. They come to try and stop her because all reality is changing around her. And as they go to get her, she just says, no more mutants. And all the mutants in the world disappear. And the world changes slightly. And S.H.I.E.L.D. is now different. And all the... It's.
She sounds like she's a bit like Thanos then.
Yeah,
she has reality.
Powerful,
she has
she?
reality altering powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you that's a great shout, Ben. If you use that, but then do something like No More Avengers or bring back the Avengers, use her powers, and then you can bring in all those other characters, and you can reset the universe, and you can do a reboot that we've been talking about and asking for ages.
The next film, I'll finish on this. The next film, the ending. This is why Feige said we can't really at the moment release the names of the Phase 4, not that it's Phase 4 movie titles, because it will ruin what's coming.
Yeah.
And that is because so many things are going to be set up from the ending of Avengers 4, like probably Cap being dead, like probably Tony being dead, like so many different things. It's going to be an incredible couple of years after next year when this movie comes out, when this Infinity Saga, whatever it's called, is wrapped up and Thanos is dealt with, or is no longer a threat, because so much more of the films that are coming are going to explore so much more of the 60 years of content you just talked about. It's going to be incredible. Our minds are going to be blown.
I would like the next group of films that come out that aren't the wildcard characters, so like the Iron Man film and the Captain America film, because there'll be ones, even if they're dead. I want it to be called Invincible Iron Man, and it's someone else. I want it to be called, I don't know, Captain America, like
Super Guy.
Yeah, like Super Soldier. Yeah, because that's what you get.
Super Soldier.
That's what I want it to be called. So it's the character, but it's a different character in them. That's what I want to see.
Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, I think we've done it. We've reviewed Avengers: Infinity War.
Yeah.
Did we smash it?
Yeah,
I think there's an element of smashing has been done to this movie.
Okay, cool.
I think you enjoyed it more than we did, JB.
Yeah, I think
I enjoyed it more than you did, Nate.
But
you're purist, so aren't you?
No, you're. It's the wrong word. We are our own worst enemies. We're our own Thanoses because we're so deep down the rabbit hole of things we wish we could see and things we wish were on the screen, and that comic that we read that one time that changed our lives, and it's not that on the screen.
Now you're on this podcast and you've read you've read Civil War. Yeah. You're about 2 years away from where we are right now,
slippery slope.
Or where I am right now.
So how do I catch up?
You've just got to read a lot of comic books.
Oh my goodness! But aren't we getting 50 I can read those.
But I envy you the ability to watch it fresh.
Yeah,
because I watch it knowing what happens in the comic Infinity Gauntlet.
If you just take all the Marvel films that I've seen, and then it comes to a nice sort of, is the right word crescendo?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
It comes and then your taste buds have been wet, and you want a little bit more. And now I'm ready to go. What's coming next? I'm waiting for the Ant-Man and the Wasp to see how that connects into this story. Yeah. How Captain Marvel's going to come into this story. Yeah. It's going to be great.
I think Ant-Man and the Wasp will have either a scene with Hawkeye, or it will have an ending scene or a post-credit scene where one or both or all of them disintegrate into dust.
Perhaps that's how we're carrying on. We need to stop, but perhaps that's how Ant-Man and the Wasp ends. Perhaps there's that scene where they're all surrounded in the woods, and perhaps half of them disappear into dust.
Maybe they do.
And that's how the movie ends.
Do you think there'll be 2 post-credits?
Yeah, there will, yeah. Right.
Boom.
Ben, people have been listening this far. We love them for listening.
Thank you.
How can they get in touch with us to let us know if we're complete idiots and what we've said is wrong?
We are on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Just search for Nerdschatting. You can send us an email, which is nerdschatting@outlook.com.
It is.
Visit our blog site, which is nerdschatting.com. This podcast will be available on iTunes. Please give us a review. 5 stars would be great. 1 star, live your life. You can listen on Spotify. We're on YouTube, which is also, again, just search for Nerdschatting. Find us on Podbean, nerdschatting.podbean.com. I think I've done them all.
I think you might have, yeah. You've done so much that I switched off halfway through.
Me too.
Yeah. You were just saying it on autopilot.
What did you just say?
Yeah.
No idea.
So next week we're going to talk about Lost in Space. Yeah. I know that it's a couple of weeks out now, but I think it's worth talking about.
I think so, definitely. Yeah. It gives people, because it came out like a week before Infinity War hit.
It may have done, yeah.
Or 2.
Yeah.
So it's given people enough time to watch it and caught up, I think. Yeah. Or it will be a total bomb. Who knows?
So let us know what you thought about Infinity War if you haven't already. I think we're probably late to the game with this review, but I kind of like that. I kind of like the dust to settle a little bit. Get it out there.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the end of the podcast.
It's great times.
I'm going to say thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I'm pleased to be back in control of this group of rabble-rousers.
I cannot tell you how happy I am that we got to have a podcast without you.
It was probably the best podcast.
Without a doubt.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.